Hey, it's Dr. Fred, TMT. Don't you love these letters, TMT? Okay, got a question for you. Well, the topic today, this wasn't meant for me. What's that mean? Well, I saw a quote, it was on a Jay Shetty video, but it's a common quote. You guys all have heard this. Let me get it to you right now. My heart is at peace knowing that what was meant for me will never miss me. And what missed me was never meant for me. So what was meant for me in my life will never miss me, right? And what missed me was never meant for me. So the question is, we all know this, right? Things happen for a reason, blah, blah, we get all that. And we know that in our head, but how do we live it? Because it doesn't matter what you know, it matters how you live. Wouldn't you guys agree? And so the thing is, what was meant for me? Well, we have things that happen. I mean, we're living a human experience. We get upset, we're anxious, we're stressed. We can experience hatred, resentment, guilt with these things. And we don't like it when those things were meant for us. We don't think those were meant for us, right? But what about the things that were meant for us that bring love and excitement and peace and joy? We love when those things were meant for us, right? And those are all emotions. Tony Robbins says our most powerful resource is human emotion. Our most powerful resource is human emotion. We are emotional beings. Our most powerful resource is not money. Our most powerful resource is human emotion. So as a spirit on a human journey, we have a whole spectrum of emotions. As we go through our humanity, man, we experience everything. It can go all the way down from suicide and shame, all the way up to pure consciousness and bliss. We have everything in between, and we probably all, I haven't experienced suicide, but we all experience definitely shame. We've experienced all of them. That's the human journey. So we love what was meant for us, but yet the resistance are things that, those challenges, we have to change. And that's the part that we don't like. So what has missed us? Well, have you ever had a consequence? Whew, man, missed that one, right? Thank God. My life was almost in total detriment. But what else has missed? So we love those when things miss us, but what else has missed us? Lost opportunities. A relationship that didn't work, a business deal that fell through that, man, I needed that, we counted on that, a flight that was canceled that disrupted plans. And so these things happen, but really it's just all perception, because what was meant for us won't miss us, and what missed us wasn't meant for us. But the truth is, our pain and negative emotion is because we want to change conditions. Really, I don't want to change. We want to change everything to match the way we are right now. Oh, but the problem is those things are there because they're supposed to change us. Wait, you mean I have to go through the challenge and pain of growth? That's absolutely ridiculous. No, I want to have all my visions. I want to fulfill my purpose. I want to do that, but I don't need to go through the pain of growth. I just want to envision that, and that's happening right now. Right? And that's why things were meant for us. And so the funny thing is, how we are now is not going to get us. If we have a purpose that's unfulfilled, how we are now is not how we need to be to ultimately fulfill that purpose. Our thoughts and belief systems now have to advance. So if everything is in your life for a reason, that means every challenge is exactly the right time. So what's that mean? How many times you say, you know what, I got this big old challenge. Thank God it is exactly at the right time. I'm so glad. There could not be a more perfect time for this challenge than right now. How many times you say that besides never, right? And then people go, well, bad things happen in threes. So one thing happens, bad things happen in threes. The second thing happens, it just reinforces bad things happen in threes. And I hear people say this and I go, really? You actually want another third thing that you have to shoulder. And of course, when it comes, I expected that, because that's a belief system. And then the big surprise is when a fourth thing happens. But what's the big surprise? Hey man, you didn't learn it from the first three. There's probably going to be a fourth and a fifth, right? So the thing is, man, what did we learn? So the question is, we have to grow. It's a human need. We have 6 human needs. The 5 and 6, growth and contribution. We have to grow into our life. We need growth, spiritual growth. We need emotional growth. and we need to contribute. That's a need. We grow to contribute. That's our sole purpose. And so now that we know we have to grow, we can't avoid it. We can't avoid challenges because challenges are here for our growth. That means it was meant for us. So what are two primary belief systems, foundational belief systems that can help you go through this? Because as long as we're going to go through it, can we make it a little bit easier? Hey man, I'm going to be 58 in a couple months. I don't really like a lot of pain anymore. Right? I want to go through this as easy as possible. That's why we have these TMTs. I'm talking to myself. Hope you guys are getting something out of this. So what's this belief system? Well, what if you had, every time there was a challenge, your belief system was, everything is here for my growth and moving me toward my sole purpose? Would that give you a more empowered perspective on challenges? So everything is here for your growth and moving you toward your sole purpose. Thank you for that. How about, I have potential in me that is being mined, like M-I-N-E-D, like mining gold. Yeah, you're mining diamonds. Man, I pulled the diamonds out. What's that? That's the diamond potential within yourself that hasn't come out yet because we haven't grown to that level. So every challenge is bringing out the potential that you already have inside you that's coming out from deep inside you outward for your growth. There you go. So how about that? Everything's here for your growth and your potential's now coming out. Okay. So when you do that, then here's our action steps. We have two questions. Now I have those solid beliefs. Okay, I'm ready to grow. Everything's here. Now what do I do? Question number one, gone through this on many TMTs, what did I learn? So when you look, what did I learn is also a category. So what are questions under that? How can I look at this in a way that I can grow? Man, that's huge. How can you find the gift that gives you growth? So what's the second one? How can I look at this from a higher consciousness and perspective? So when you can get above your conditions, then you can look at this and say, how can I grow from this? Because you guys know, why do things come in threes? Because you didn't learn the first freaking time or two times, right? So the faster you see the gift, the less pain you have to go through. How about that, right? So we want to do this just to ease our pain and get our growth. So how can I look at this from a higher perspective? How can I grow from that? That's a new perspective. Then three, what's my plan next time this happens? Because what's the probability it's going to happen again? Besides 100%. So Neil Donald Walsh, in one of his books called Happier Than God, he talks about the law of opposites. So the universe has a law of opposites, just like the law of attraction. So we have hot, cold, light, dark, right? Male, female. So there's a law of opposites. So in the law of attraction, when you set your mind to something you want, and this is what Neil Donald Walsh says, this is a quote, the moment you choose anything, any outcome, object, or experience, the exact opposite of that will come into your life in some way. So man, you set your goal, what shows up first? Many times it's exactly the opposite of that. But guess what? The universe is helping you grow, which means what? If I keep choosing what I don't want, are you growing? No. How can the universe give you what you want when you keep choosing something that you don't want? So it is faithful, man. It keeps showing. I'm giving you another chance. I'm giving you another chance. I'm giving you another chance. Right? And those chances are not going to stop. The only way we stop them is to become mindful, stop in a moment, recognize it and say, and have a plan in advance. Because what did I learn? I'm going to choose something different. Now, guess what? When you choose that thing different, it's like shoving it aside. It's appreciating it, choosing differently, and what you really want is right there. That's what follows. So the opposite is not a barrier, it's a door. It's a door of opportunity to choose differently. Now, every time, is it going to show up a third time? Oh yeah. Is it going to show up a fourth time? Probably. But every time you choose differently, you change your energy on it, then it doesn't show up at all. And if it does show up, you're so far removed from it that it just may flash and go. It'll dissipate back into the universe because you don't make those choices anymore. Now it doesn't even show up. First question, what did I learn? How can I look at that from a new perspective? How do we grow? And what was the other one? Quick, what was it? I just forgot. Oh yeah. What's my plan? So what's the second question? What am I going to do? So, what I learned, what am I going to do? Now, what are the questions, or what am I going to do? How can I apply this right now? When? Right now in my life to make a difference. So it's not what you think, it's what you do. It's more dense energy, right? You feel it in your physiology. So how can I apply this in my life so I feel it in my physiology now in my body? So when that opposite shows up, I already know, I have the confidence, certainty in my body that I will make a different choice. Now you have a plan, you know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to apply it in your life. So when it shows up, I don't even have to question. Boom, done. It's over. Okay? So what are we going to do? Here it is. 2 questions. Here's how we get through. What did I learn? How can I see this from a higher perspective? How can I grow from this? And what's my plan? Second thing, what am I going to do? How am I going to apply it in my life? What's the actual detailed actions? Man, when that shows up, boom, I know exactly what to do. I feel it in my body. I have 100% confidence. Now, what was meant for me, now every challenge that comes in your life that's taking you to the next level ends up being a gift rather than pain. And you feel a little pain at first, man, you change it to the gift. So let's find the gifts in our life. Let's grow together. Let's fulfill our soul purpose. Let's grow in consciousness. And let's contribute to the lives of others. All right, guys. Love you. Hey, share this. Comment. Love your comments. Really appreciate your shares. And all of this, man, comes from the book, You Are More Powerful Than You Think. The audiobook's coming out soon. You can go on Amazon and get that. Go to youaremorepowerful.com. All right, you guys. Love you. See you next week.